Hello everyone, welcome to RPG Thursday. You see before you a man suit. A man suit? No, that's definitely not right. A meat suit that has just woken up. I pulled myself out of bed 25 minutes ago maybe. I didn't get to sleep until midday-ish. No, half past mid. Yeah, that's right, half past midday. And it is now 4 PM. Oh boy. I'm feeling it. Because I didn't try to go to bed until like, I don't know, 9:30 in the morning. Because I was hooked into playing Ether 1. I really was hooked in with that. So I was getting that, and then I got to near the end. I was like, I really should go to bed. It's 9:30. I've got a stream in a few hours. Yeah. So I tried getting to bed. I tried to go to bed. I laid there, but it just wasn't happening. So I got up. I finished Ether 1. I platinumed it. I got both endings. I then went and did missions and some stuff in Warframe. I uninstalled Ether 1. I contemplated going on Dragon Age Inquisition. I thought better of it. I went to bed. I actually slept. Maybe an hour. On and off. Because by that time it was actually, yeah, it was about 12:30 at that point. My alarm was set for 2. My alarm went off. I kept pressing the snooze button until it was 3:30. And then I was like, do I cancel stream because I am real fucking tired? I'm like, no, I really want to play Disco Elysium. I really want to play it. So I forced myself up and dashed madly to get dressed, get coffee, make a baby Mori in the... And by that I meant I went for a piss. For whatever you say. Mori, little piss baby. Awake. It's not me. It's not me at all. I am not awake. Right. We're at the end of day 3. We are continuing on this investigation path that we have just cracked, like, literally, like, we are keeping up Kim past his bedtime. But he's as interested in solving this as we are, apparently, so... Awesome. I've got Kim at my back until I either decide I'm done for the night or he decides to piss off and leave me, and I really hope I can make it to 11 o'clock tonight because I need the dice. I don't need it, I want it. That's the problem, I want that dice. It's at this point I'm not actually being held up by any white checks, but that bonus that the dice gives, I would really like it. I really, really would. Because I can feel I'm going to need it. Right. Let's catch up with some chat and jump into it. Me being somewhat sleep deprived is kind of ideal for this game because it's a trip. Feeling borderline hallucinated. Feeling like my brain isn't working is definitely going to be fitting for this. Still, let's catch up on the chat. Scoo, hello and welcome. Just in time, you finished the game right now. Wow, there's timing. Also, congratulations on finishing the game. I've realised this game doesn't just have a rare platinum. it has a separate trophy list for the PS4 version. I'm a platlist twice. I'm a double platlist fucker. Yeah. It's 0.4% rarity on the PS5 and 0.3% rarity on the PS4. If I get that PS4 platinum, that's my rarest platinum. 0.3% of people who have played Disco Elysium have a platinum. I'm gonna join them. It's gonna be actually rarer than my platinum for Wasteland 2, which is even weirder because Wasteland 2 is obscure and really difficult to platinum. This is actually popular and difficult to platinum. I think this is the kind of game that a lot of people have looked up the achievement or trophy requirements and gone, no, not doing that. Or just, wanting to play it, finish it, like, right, done. Because no one seems to want to play this game on hardcore mode, and honestly, after seeing some of the shit that happens, I don't blame them. I really don't. What is that emote thing? Oh, it's one of Autumn's emotes. I love it. I love the spinning spin. Honestly, if I did one of those Twitch spinning emotes, one of two come to mind. It's either the Dragon Party one spinning round. Actually, no, maybe the Confused Dragon or Temface. Temface was also work with the vibrating one, I suppose. I don't know how any of these kind of things would work. I don't design things. I'm not a designer. I'm slightly an artist. Hello, welcome TJ. Remember Habbo? Barely. I remember never using it, never going on it. But yeah, I remember Habbo Hotel existing. They're making NFTs. Oh, good reason to continue not caring about them. Honestly, I'm actually more impressed they're still going. Also, you still have sleep. You're more awake than I am. Hello, alarm, welcome. I suddenly got sleep I didn't get because injustice. Oh no, I did not. Nope. Thank you for the pet, Scoo. Never mind that sort of thing. Good. Balance is restored. Yes, I have my coffee as well. You can actually see the surface of the coffee in there. That's how little I've drunk so far. That's how fresh it is. And I've just seen Twitter today. What about Twitter today? The thing that I've seen on Twitter today is someone claiming that it's okay to trace other artists' work and put it up as your own work. That ain't fucking how it works. Also, the whole thing of artists should be producing art for free as a hobby, not charging for it. It's like, no, that's not how it works. And also, no, art is not public domain. Unless a couple of things happens. Copyright holder dies. Or has been. No, the copyright holder needs to have been dead for 70 years, I think. Or no, 70 years need to have passed since the original creation. Then it enters public domain, unless it, copyright gets reinforced, a la Disney, but I don't think it can even be done. It might be if the copyright holder dies. I don't know. Or if the artist specifically gifts it to public domain, which not many do. And especially the one that I've seen people being scammed with is tracing commissions. Now my stance on this is, yeah, go for it. Trace. Completely fine. Build your skill by tracing other people's work. Go for it. Just don't post it and say that that claim it as your art. Just don't. That's the scummy bit. That's the real scummy bit. If you are going to post it, you get fucking permission from the original artist. And you credit them. And you say it's heavily referenced / traced. If you don't do that, I'm gonna send Kipper after you. Oh. Apparently I'm in the mood to fight today. Welcome, welcome. How to find old one, Ether 1 story? Wasn't fucking expecting it. Really wasn't. Really was not fucking expecting that. No, not, I think, you know, the first thing that I cottoned onto it was when she name dropped me. When she name dropped the main character, I was like, hang on. And that's when I started piecing it all together. And then, you know, when the reveal came, it's like, oh, that was, yeah. And then the true ending's like, yeah, that hurt. That really hurt. Excuse this, Tem. Tem is one of my most used emotes. In fact, I think it is this channel's most used emote. Yeah. Yeah, I remember from my Twitch recap, most used emotes by my chatters. Tem. How was the caffeine slurps? At this point I want a face plant into it, but my face won't fit. Excuse me. That's how I wish I could unzip this meat suit, just get the draconic snout out, just go slop. Direct caffeine administration. Via mouth and nose. Also, who am I stabbing? Who will find them miserable? And on the pointy end of my pencil art knife paintbrush. I'm sorry, Motor, but the way that came across me, it sounded like you were going to be stabbing people at the end of the dick. You know, who will find their miserable end on the pointy end of my pencil? Just hold, you know, lift up the pencil menacingly. Someone hacked into a meeting in the Italian Senate to put the NSU. Yeah, it's on today's newspaper front page. It's not really sensitive from some copies. Ha! Ha! Okay, that's brilliant. There's also an artist that I follow who who drew something to that similar effect as well with Tifa in it, and he said, "Hey, good job, good job, Italy," and did hashtag Tifa. I love that. Torian, hello and welcome. Throw sandwiches to people. Ooh, could do a sandwich, but no. Nope. Not going to do that. No. I've already eaten today. Feed me. There you go. Let's go. Eat Kipper's arse. No? Oh, I tried. See if they all got close to hand. The old alternative is Smeagol, and I really don't think you'd want Smeagol's. Please, hungry for Kipper. I say Kipper. See, you're not even good enough to be eaten, you little shit. I misheard teeth instead of Tifa, and teeth in it as if Tifa in it, and vagina. Now I'm just imagining two people scissoring and just hearing nom 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 nom. Brain, what the fuck? On that really weird note, I'm going to switch over to the game now. About to get round to you here for the disco. Oh dear Christ. The SKU has been unleashed. Right, okay, so... Oh... I like that I seem to have magically presented myself. So Harry is standing in the lamplight with the direct beam going on top of him. There we go. There you go, Fox. Have fun with that. And thank you for hydration reminder, SKU. Also, don't I love being here and have absolutely no idea what's going on. Welcome to the game. This game is very much most of the time you spend not knowing what the fuck's going on. That is so god awful ugly. It's the only one I've got. Well, it's either that or that. The bum hat. Oh god, that's worse. Well, I've got that, but that's kind of racist. Oh, you can't even see that. I'll just quickly hide my face cam. There. I am not doing that. I am not there. Nope. Nope. So go over. Look, we go back to stats, please. Oh. There you go. There's how bad my stat sheet looks. Awful, as I'm sure you'll agree. Oh. Neither me nor the trans dragon are actually obscuring anything, I've only just realised. But yeah, I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready for what's coming up. I really don't. You can tell most of my shit's gone into the Sherlock skill. We took two totally different parts in the same category. Which one? Which one, Scoo? Toad Alley. You leave Toad's Alley alone. Unless you have his consent, of course. Ask the fisherfolk in the village. Okay, maybe their leader knows something. Do fisherfolk have a leader? Well, Lady Allen. Kind of. Hi.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
She needs to go on a date with another drunk badly. Oh my god, no. No. We both went smart server body, but I went smooth talking can opener, you went Sherlock. The fact that he's still that I'm referred to as a human can opener. Yeah. That revelation as well. It's like, you know, Ruby went in hiding because she heard I was coming. It's like, what, the RCM or me? You. She said he does not stop. It's like, looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
I'm looking for a suspect who might have stayed in this neighbourhood.
Okay. When did this person stay here?
Very recently, over the past few days. She might have arrived on Friday. Also, your body stats are all as high as your smart one ended. Ho ho ho, I will need them. Oh, I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning.
Really?
Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's a naughty violence right now.
How can I assist you then, officer?
So Disco, baby. Not so sure I want to admit to that. Be seeing you. She's not going to have any helpful information. She can't see anything.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself.
You're still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older.
Mood. She thought she was watering the bucket around for a bit.
My suggestion is, don't go any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
We seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast.
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
It's like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him we called you. Right now, you just arrive by yourself. Like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something you decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Goodbye, I'm off. I don't think she's in the shack. Don't think you're gonna find anything in the shack. And these lot have just no helpful information whatsoever. Although that has changed something. Or she was hiding something. Look around, maybe get into her shack somehow. I already am in it. I'm afraid if I go in there that Kim will fuck off. Tequila sunset. Or, you know, the alcoholic drink that's based on some bad literature. Tequila Mockingbird. Well, hello and welcome. Going well? Sort of. I've gotten a snifter of a lead. Kim will fuck off. Yeah, I thought he would. Bollocks. Bollocks. To redeem and joke. I dare. I do indeed dare. Cause your doom spiral stuff. Oh god. Come on, brain. Do an unjoke. Do a funny but not funny. How did you get an octopus to laugh? Well, I don't know. I don't actually think they're possible to laugh. Oh. Thank you for the hydration, Minotaurian. This backstory is so hilarious. Ooh. Also got your hot sauce package today. We'll do some nugget testing tomorrow. That sounded so filthy. I wonder if I can talk to Radio Guy. We'll find Radio Guy. It's probably the better thing. Never been in here.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of
Thank you for
stuff.
hydration, reminder,
The
DJ.
flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Squeeze him.
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
I'll go to Pepper and Reaper sauce to what I'm most curious about. The Reaper one is going to be nasty.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Thanks, Kim.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Canister filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled. So I'm just going to fall asleep for some reason. You take care of yourself. Sorry. Get rid of the floating text. I want to take a screenshot. Thank you.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair.
That looks like fucking Solus from Dragon Age Inquisition.
Player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
Just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Could there have been a right way out of this garden forking paths, you think?
Solve the egghead puzzle. What?
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
Remember to avoid the Noid, apparently. I don't even know what that's fucking proper reference to. Strangely dressed young man says without looking up from his toolbox. Whoever wants to speak to you first.
I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in. Get a reading on your side.
Before he's finished talking, he's already turned back to his tools. Alright, I'll do that.
The young man picks up a thin metal saw blade and nods.
Seeing the sign of annoyed.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Is it just me, or does that picture, you know, with the facial hair, or what looks like facial hair, make it look like he's actually a really old man?
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
He yells. The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there
Good.
right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
Yes.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
So only his place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads.
Burnouts.
Angry spits on a steering starts cleaning it. Which drug am I supposed to take for this to make sense? Yes. Just yes. Because God knows the main character did before all this happened.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The verse.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burners really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
Oh God, help ravers start a nightclub of course. Oh my good God, why did I accept this? Because I want to get into the church, that's probably why.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously.
Because I broke my fucking pry bar on it.
The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Did you put the padlock on the door?
Yes. I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He makes a sudden cool and fused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies towards you.
You sense
Yes!
makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man. Play it cool.
The speed freak nods to you.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's my luck gone for this session. That is going to be the only somewhat low percentage check I'm going to pass.
A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
What the fuck?
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
He did a rush work that broke your crowbar. What the hell did he do if he had time resources on his hands? Bloody Fort Knox? Probably, yes. $85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm just going to hide my face cam for a second so you can see the name of the trophy I just unlocked and bask in it. Yeah. Well, I was wondering if I would get that. I had been, like, the inner voices have been saying that I was the boring cop, and I think I am. No, they actually said that I was the sorry cop, and I said, nah, I'm not the sorry cop. And he says, you're just going to apologise. You're way out of this one. But no, I am the boring cop. I am the unbelievably boring fuck.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
It wasn't.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Thanks! Trying to implicate me in it now, you dickheads. Your CX ad. Weird. Haven't seen them do an ad for a while. Well, not a video ad anyway. Right, other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly are these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even... Better safe than sorry. Anything more you can tell me?
Yes. There's also the machinery.
This machine is of the deeply mystical variety.
Oh, God.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one. I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kind of it.
The woman. Red hair maybe? A lorry woman?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
Dickhead.
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark signs.
So which one is it?
What Noid said.
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems like a stretch at this point.
Hey, Twitch. What was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
I'm gonna laugh if that's the fucking Phasmid.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
A crab man.
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Crabs don't do that.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Ambush behaviour. Crab man.
Crab man! Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building. There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
Stop trying to get me high, electrochemistry. Jacked up to some snuff station.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, and jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Ah, the actual kind
Not
of
that we
snuff.
would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff. We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more.
So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dope heads if you haven't actually seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Shin, hello, welcome. Alright, let's talk about something else.
Sure. What?
I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead here?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
Oh god, he's an MC. Oh fuck. How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Or it's going to turn out like if all you did was to invest in and obey that electrochemistry. Weirder than normal. Or it would just go full circle and just go completely normal. You mentioned some kind of Ecclesiastes that own the church. Who are these Ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Now humor me, Andre, what is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation.
And?
And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
Now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organisation who anoints the innocents want a dance club in one of their churches?
Totally.
The Pericarnassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
Bit of a weird start to this one, apparently. More so than usual.
Love is hardcore.
I'm starting to want to go back to what Kuno talks about.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Insulindian, as in the Insulindian phasma. Oh, God.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Can come back in just a little bit. You need some stuff out. Be right back. No problem, Shin. You go for it. Take as long as you need. No words. Enjoy the boat.
Feels good.
This is too much. No sane organisation will let us have absurdity in their church.
That's pretty downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love, unity, and the Pericarnassian posse.
I don't understand a single thing you're saying.
Yeah, I know you don't. So, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. His expectation is fierce.
Didn't get any of these options. Oh.
Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world!
Oh my God, the necktie. Of course, the fucking necktie. I want to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
See, you bought your own water.
Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh.
There's a back from a push on the equipment. Kinky.
It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, good to
About, I
yes.
think.
What?
Alright, enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt.
Oh! Oh! Maybe things he requires you to be told. Take a moment to analyse.
A number of Let's take a look.
Fuck yeah!
How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
And now you're like, oh, like, yeah. That's why I'm going to be getting my dice! I get it's good boy. Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became in the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective!
But you still are.
Oh my god. Dem says hi. Hello, doggo. Egg is good, egg. I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Euphrator. I could have been captain. Imagine that. Keep me going.
What happened?
Life tore me a new arsehole.
That's a real downer.
Going. Obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me. About 8 inches, apparently.
The young speed freak is silent.
This isn't the makings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs!
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Yeah, but what the fuck's under that white thing? Oh my lord.
One speaker.
Bad
They
kids.
have one speaker.
Excuse me. Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You have only one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
You have no headphones. Will the cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
Distilled water? Cornerstone of a clean lab?
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
Well, he never shaved the mutton chops. It's terrifying. I tried. I failed. I've tried and failed both to shave off the mutton chops and to get myself free of the expression.
There's resignation.
Can't do either.
He's almost ready to drop the act.
There's also, I believe there's also a trophy for finishing the game with the expression. It was a bad choice.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
I don't really care. Just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want.
Really?
Of course not really. I'm a cop and I'll tell me what's going on immediately.
Who else?
Never shoot the expression. That's why I have points in electrochemistry, because I tried. As Oliver Clanky lets a wrench drop into his toolbox. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you using every connection I've got.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like
Yeah.
we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershaw.
Yeah.
Because we are! We totally are!
Yeah.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
That's also different from mine.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
Lydia, hello and welcome. Dirtiest, huh? You're one to talk, continuously stuffing me in your pocket. Compared to Kim, he is. It's because Kim's the best boy. They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too.
Kim is the
I
best.
couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what now?
Yes, he is.
This is it. Judgment time.
Sweet. It's you too, Lydia. I've got your number. You and your pocket stuffing. You and your enthusiastic shoving of dragons in pockets. I kind of want to arrest them. Kind of really want to arrest them. I've got the key. between these two for me, personally. Evict him or arrest him. Arrest him. Pack up and report to Precinct 41.
No, please!
One of the large head presses stop on the tape player. In the silence, you can hear the wind howl outside. Don't press.
There needs to be a club for anodic
Oops.
music in there. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
That's his smile. He looks heartbroken and older than you thought he was.
He looks almost as old as you.
Thanks, Inland Empire. Thanks.
We need a win. I promise you this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
We'll see if you get the cool church stuff now. The law is the law. If you avoid the call, we'll consider you fugitives and hunt you down.
No! What does that even mean?
He looks like he's at least 45 years old.
Fuck, man. I thought we were cool. What happens at the station?
First, I need to see all your identification documents.
The would-be leader pulls out a card from his jacket pocket and hands it to you. The name reads Pete Andre. His friend hands you his papers. The name reads Carl Holtzman.
Jermaine Vanderwyk.
My name down on your paperwork and hand each their form.
I guess that's that.
I made an arrest. I've made my first arrest. Ah.
Pack it up, Meg.
They left the music playing. They actually left the music playing. They pretty much surrendered just like that. Yeah, apparently. The tent's just completely gone now. And so's the woman. God, that was more devastating than when, you know, I released a pun into a room of 10 people and they all died. You know, pun in 10 dead. Looking at pub fights. Oh, I gave them a chance. They did own up to being good kids. Aww. Try and say this. How dare. I very much dare.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Boom. Big judges. I just want you to know, Scoo, that when I first saw that, I thought you said big juggies. And that's an English slang for big boober. Oh, because the party pooper. I'm the lewd party pooper, apparently. Every party needs a pooper, that's why they invited me. Party pooper. Open the padlock with the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black halls and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes.
I thought Kim was the party pooper. No, but it's Malk. Now I was brushing my hair and misheard party pooper. Now I've just got a picture of, you know, two breasts holding glow sticks and a rave party going. Thank you, Rosa. What the fuck? Party boobs. Well, there you go. That's the VOD title. Party boobs. There's the VOD title for this episode. Party boobs. Bro, little hands to hold close. My God. You know what you need to do now, Moto? You need to draw that. Screw has in the pog.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the
Oh
church,
my
as though
God.
rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Oh my God. That's kind of pretty. That's a really nice introduction to somewhere. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Yeah, I don't know how to walk in this. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Slide 16 where you slide padding in. I'll be honest, Lydia. I read slide the sticks and my mind went completely the other way. Right into the gutter. That's padding you, padding me either. The times I've worn a bra, I've had padding. I'm not ashamed to admit that. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. It is a gargoyle. Oh, no, it's a grotesque. Gargoyles are on the roof. The ghost peppers were more of an immediate kick, whilst Reap has a long afterburn. Both are interesting in my next batch of chili con carne. Yeah, it's like with when I ate the Carolina Reaper. It's like, initially, I was fine, and then the burn. Your first time in the church? Yep. Yep. I'm not surprised. Because part of your mind went there as well, Lydia. That void is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Is this the role-playing relay station? Bowl's filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it.
the silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable.
You're
All
keeping
the
Kim awake.
shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone.
Oh yes.
Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, your footsteps would be completely silent.
Ludia do re. Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Sound design this is fantastic. Should I wake you up too? I'm worried as to what that would entail, and with my brain currently being in the somewhat lewd place it is, I'm going to have to call before anything happens sibling immunity.
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Oh! Well, that's the... Actually, no, my brain's still taking that in a lewd manner. Because, you know, what the action of push-ups also is done. Well, I'll be back after doing a lot of push-ups. See you in a sec. Okay, apparently 5 more. Thanks, CJ. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. apparently this has got a TV series adaptation in the works. Why am I not surprised? I actually didn't necessarily approve of role-playing games like this being made into TV series, because the beauty of a role-playing game like this is very much the same with what was I was playing recently? No, it was Dragon Age Inquisition. When I finished that, it's very much like what was said, that good role-playing games essentially give you a start point and an end point, and basically let the player make the story happen as it goes along, and all the differences around it, and all the implications. Whereas bad role-playing games, i.e. what Bethesda does, you have a storyline, it is followed to the letter, and you don't really have much say in it. So, yeah, I don't think, excuse me, don't think something with this kind of level of freedom and interactivity would work, because then you'd have the issue of, if it went heavily into the drugs and the alcohol side, you get people who played this game and said, well, I never really did any of that, so this really doesn't feel like Disco Elysium for me. And also vice versa. People who did go to the drugs and alcohol side, if it went, straight edge, then being, well, this isn't Disco Elysium. So, something like that, with this much nuance, is very difficult to portray in TV. Very difficult. No greenlit, as far as I can see. If it's been submitted to Netflix, then they've greenlit it, because it's Netflix. This TV show would need to be trippy. You felt guilty, but see, Jack was being me. Don't worry about skewers. That's why they exist, and why why there's actually no limits on the there's less limits on the doing 5 push-ups. Fed nightmares from the party tata. It's your fault. Nope, blame Lydia. Lydia's the one that's inspired the party boobs. Post was focused on a different thing, I suppose, but yeah, well, it sounds cool as a major issue. Find the allusion to choice is actually pretty slim. At least it's not like, oh god, Pathologic 2. Pathologic 2 for me was a massive letdown when I found out that no matter what you do in the entire game, everything comes down to one choice you make at the end. That's it. You can do as much or as little as you like before then, but it comes down to one choice at the end. And the more people die, also the VIPs, the more you get insight into what their role was. They made the show a prequel of Harry's job leading up to this. That could work. This world's pretty huge. It's going to be a lot of this game too. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. I'm wanting to see this become a game series. Zombie feeding, clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yeah, as loud as I can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower. You see a rifle aimed at you.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Oof. Gonna take a snooze, but still listening? No problem at all, Scoo. Have yourself a good snooze. I will try not to make any massively loud and surprising noises. If I do, blame Lydia. Try and see beyond the shadows. What is my luck today? What the fuck? Please yell. Penis!
There's something moving shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you.
I'm here. That's your yes.
Other shadows.
Yes. Scooter's giving me luck. Lydia is giving lewds as usual. Emoto's giving creative inspiration and party boobs. Giving party boobs form. Got some good rolls. Snoozy Scoo. Going for a scoos. Follow Shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
He said follows your gaze hunting to see whatever it is you're seeing. I'm just here.
Oh no.
Everyone's making their own contribution, believe me, everyone is here. Your presence would be missed if you weren't here. Where'd it go? On the ceiling?
Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Blink. Oh!
See something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
He looks naked.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Tiago. And who it is? We'll find out, I suppose. Someone called Tiago. Spider's furnace web around this wood-carved pillar. There's shoes and money over there. I want them. He's not going anywhere. Cracked pane of glass. Colourful. Ooh, 150. And Mesk Banger's Red Brogues. That is the very first pair of shoes I've picked up that aren't my own. +1 empathy in someone else's shoes. Oh my god, they made that joke. You're freaked out. These dapper snakeskin shoes have an almost invisible white-on-white flower motif sewn on the tongue. The toe caps are still dusty from lying in the church. +1 composure, -1 Slavia fair. Don't want composure or empathy more. I haven't really needed composure. Let's put those on. Oh my good god, my outfit looks awful now. Okay, there's stuff over here still as well. Portable Harman Welshie tape recorder. It's possible it's recording something. Someone's siphoning electric current from outside into this antenna. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Oh, it's a localized sound where he is. Okay, then. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. Figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. Oh, you do have shitty taste in fashion. Mess Banger's silk scarf. Oh, I can't wear that. I'll get rid of the necktie. +1 pain threshold. Bangers don't cry. I might need that. This huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. A subtle red-on-red embroidery embellishes with cocky roosters and Mesk floral motifs. Do I want to talk to Tiago, or do I want to go and investigate the equipment over here? I mean, there's only one thing over here. This, I think I know what this is.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Wait, let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Behind
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
I want to talk to Tiago first. Almost has finished it. Almost has finished the drawing. I love that. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Wow.
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Thanks.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamro. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Rivershaw.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Appreciate it for close spoken bullets excuses.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already.
Option 3. Oh, hell no! Run away! That's the realistic choice. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem. It's been getting out of hand lately. But...
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Oh, Kim does a complete 180.
Look at these crazes. What is this shit?
For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
So his gentle beings waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
You're suffering as an elementary chemistry. Yes. Okay, sit down, Santi. We taken Spanish in high school. Go drink your gazpacho and eat your paella at the table, you freak. Wow! Himoto going savage!
Viejita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
Lieutenant seems to be thinking the same. He takes out his little notebook.
You mean like a fugitive?
Glances at the abandoned radio computer on the other side of the nave. Passing with light, then he shakes his head.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I still think that she's the operator of the radio computer role-playing game.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
Alright, thanks. See if I can find some other
We
way.
just have to wait until she comes back, or...
You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Sorry, you just weren't moving like a human.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands.
Work on my technique. Okay.
Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
You've got some nice curves going there.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I was remembering too, but I like it. It's like I can create a whole new me, start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I said. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harry.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
You can knock up some lady and devote yourself to Santi instead of table, goddammit. Okay then, thanks. Not a great deal I got from that, but still, that was interesting. So what's this?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Jesus Christ. I was just about to comment on the fact that I can see her lungs. Hello and welcome Red, and thank you very much for the 12 months of being Prime subbed. Very much appreciated. A year feels weird. I swear it doesn't feel like that young. I swear I'm still a young person. I'm in my mid-30s. You're young. Thank you DJ for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. Christ.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No. As long as I actually was.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
You're 3-ish weeks from 35, yay. I'm 3-ish months from 36.
As if under a microscope.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you, standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye.
Murphy's kneel before religion, lady.
Passion, remorse.
As a certain judge would say, I am the law.
She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive. You.
It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Watch me fail this.
The jigsaw of broken shards
I didn't.
falls into place
Weirdly.
in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text.
When's the other shoe going to drop?
Below them both.
When am I going to start failing checks when I need them? What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
I original person, so might kneel for as me. I don't know, so acknowledges the message of Genesis 10 or whatever that was. I kneel before no deity.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, farriers, stand in a row.
Hugs. Oh, yeah, for hugs, yes. Yes,
Yes,
bit on hugs, yes. Yes.
Work in all its dizzying detail.
Yes, this is true. The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What's the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Cool.
Eyes cool.
Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Says I did to a Jehovah's Witness years ago, I believe more in the Norse gods than I do anything else, and those are just stories. Yep. How do I know this is mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done,
I got that one as well! What the fuck?
in your hippocampus, this is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
What the fuck?
No amount of comedy
They love dragons like a dare.
can wipe her sad
Pride
smile
comes before the fall!
It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Wait, what exactly is an innocence?
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world's spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Seren, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also, that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
I noticed it's 20 past midnight in game time. I think after I do this, I'm going to go to the shack, and then I'm going to go get my dice, and then sleep until day 4.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed.
Yes! Big bummer! Boring history! Gotta keep it light, man! Keep it moving! Get fucked up instead!
God damn it. Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
So remember, I think I told you one of Annie's RP partners wanted to get a commission done by the characters? Yes, I remember that.
Fuck this pain, Bratan! It's unhealthy!
No, you must know.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to
It is
play
done.
both
Ooh, nice.
bridge and chess.
Feel free to
Sufficiently
DM it to me on
well
Discord so I can see as well.
challenge to a man.
If you have
A
it as
simple
well,
grasp
that
of
is.
matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court. A court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world. The piece of reality you're standing on.
Oh, that looks really good. Oh, I really like that. Yes. Give hydration reminder, Mock.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Torch like boober. Glow sticks.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
Yeah, I think I've heard enough to hell with this.
But she was not hell. She is the opposite of that. The wind of paradise, stripping away the covers from the hearts of men.
Yeah, it's pretty good depiction of Annie, not 100% accurate, but like, I definitely recognise him. The artist even made a minor change when I pointed out a slight mistake, so I'm definitely not pointing criticism on him. Definitely, yeah.
There you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side, momentarily at a loss as what to do with yourself.
I've just noticed at the very bottom of the screen, my character is bouncing up and down. This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago, where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
Still going on. What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find an instigator here. Something else, perhaps.
Here's the machine lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Well, of course it was me.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it. Why
Well, it's fine. At least we haven't found something more that I fucked up.
I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
But forget about it.
I agree. It happened a while ago. It's important to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Turn away. Well, that was happening. Well, time to go and progress this and look in the shack. Love shack, baby, love shack. It's now getting a little hard to see. Oh, and also because Sku encouraged it. Penis!
It's getting late, and it's raining. Time to call it a day.
Not yet. I want to go to the dice maker then. If that is going to, yeah, that is going to send him away and say goodnight, I want to go to the dice maker just in case. Just in case. I don't know what just in case will be, but just in case, I want that fucking dice. I've got the money for it. I ordered it. It's mine. That's providing the dice maker's actually there and not gone to bed somewhere. We'll soon see. Cancelled, cancelled, cancelled. Wasteland of reality. It's been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and that it's sickness that's killing you. You're crawling on these, through life. Your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive. Oh, excuse me. Your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. I see. Yeah, I don't have any free thought slots. You're going to get soup? Go for it, Emoto.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand.
It's still slowly melting, so it's not actually doing anything. Maybe it'll be accessible on day 4.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce 1 die per customer.
But She said 8 hours. $15.13. 23. That's 11.13. It was ready over an hour ago. It's not going to register until tomorrow, is it? Fuck. Oh well, let's might as well go back to the shack then. Do that then. Well, bollocks. Looks like you need to sleep for it. Yeah. I think it's probably one of those things that, you know, if something's meant to happen after 9 o'clock, then it just flicks on to the next day to avoid progress locks or coding glitches. So we need to go and investigate the shack. Which means sending Kim away for the night. And then going to sleep afterwards because there isn't much else I can do. Instead of anything, but for the most part you'll not see any change in the plot till day 4 afternoon. Oh god.
It's getting cold this late in the night.
Welcome back, by the way, Scoo. Did my loud call of penis bring you back to consciousness? Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Into the shack. Shack up. Shack, shack. Shack, shack. Shack, shack, shack.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's
Oh.
clear one of them isn't quite level with the others.
Not sure if we ever unlock the program in the church without the kids. Well, Tiago said something about he's seen her, but doesn't know where she is.
The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Also, the quiet temperature of freezing to death, so hopefully the heating will save me. Hopefully, yes.
Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then something
Hungry
hard
so gloss up.
wrapped in paper.
That's fair. What is
A
it?
small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber.
Suppose it isn't for a breach though, like the mother's weapon?
The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with.
Found a bullet. A 9mm bullet. It's the wrong caliber for the bullet that I've got there, so why is it...
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
I'm guessing you didn't put it there, Ruby did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. And not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes. I let my room to that Ruby girl.
She speaks slowly, wringing out a rag. After a long silence, her hand moved into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, Left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl?
Said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Is the room exactly as she left it?
I cleaned it, like I always do.
Was there anything else there?
No,
What's she like, Ruby?
she's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much this time?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Why do you think she left a bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
Just back towards her shack thinking.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
See your fires overhead. Obviously a bad omen. It's an exit plan.
Exit from what?
Her life.
No, she's a fighter.
Does she have any technical equipment with her? Like radio stuff?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made.
Made! So she's quite likely the one who doctored that, well, I think it's already been confirmed that she was the one that doctored the radio stuff and put it together. She pressed her away with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground.
Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Further up the coast we go then.
Are you sure you would rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going in the heater? Seems like a better idea to me.
The felled electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Goodbye, I'm off.
One thing, officer. If you do find her, please go easy on her.
Just around the air's getting colder.
She really means it. It's an honest plea.
Help, I want to claw my eye out. I have one eyelash that's wrong. I can't just fix some eyes out. Oh, not good. Poor Ruby.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that Ruby killed because she had a fancy for our dancer lady. Fantastic, it does. Ruby the Virgin went up the coast, explore the coast for signs. Well, I already, got the, the hint of, the felled electric mural thing. Oh, what's this? There's something concrete here. A sewer.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
What's in there?
Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Oh!
There's no echo and no answer.
Official. It's a bit rude, Harry, calling whoever lurks in there a hoe.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
It's a funny event you get if you go with Kim. Oh god, I missed it. Bollocks. Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical You only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could she be in there?
You try to peer in, but there are no windows on this side. Only the disinterested whistle of the wind.
I tried to peer in, but it's just concrete. It's like, this window offers a perfect opportunity to see inside. That's okay, I think for now, so for the 8 banana entirely unbearable. That probably sounds like you've gotten it then, Moto. I will go back to normal a little bit. And thank you, Wedgman, for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi stands in front of a mirror, fixing his orange bomber jacket. You should be asking him that question.
Fuck. Leave. I've got to come back tomorrow with Kim then, apparently. Oh, well, at least I know where to start off tomorrow. Which is a fucking gigantic change. I don't usually have that kind of a luck starting off in a day. Also, rereading wholesome manga actually wasn't by not side drawing. I just giggled to get like see. It's like good.
It's getting late.
Yeah, enter the shack. Let's go for a sleep. Sleeper. Slipper.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes moments for the world to fall away.
You have a wholesome kink. Why does that not surprise me about you at all, Scoo? Not in the least.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark.
I love the ancient reptilian brain.
You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Guy has a plant in his room that's overgrown or whatever, invites a guy to help fix it. The guy basically goes to a whole lecture about the plants. The guy's like, wow, you know a lot. And the guy says, I am a gardener, duh.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan
swaying in the breeze,
studded with stars.
Shut up, limbic system. So, interesting thing, and it shows off some talent. The ancient reptilian brain, the limbic system, and the horrific necktie, same voice actor. Shut up, there's a brain.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers.
Plotted?
Faces turning, changing.
He said plotted. What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Sarah, hello and welcome. Alchemist. Are you here for your daily dose of Malky juice? Or is brain to go back to if it moves, either eat it, fuck it, or run from it? Option 2, please. Maybe 1.
You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
So let's go to Ross' recommendation for me. Isekai Akisha no Kisaten.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless.
Is it wholesome or wholesome?
Meaningless keepsakes.
Yes. Think of the hard dress from under DJ.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, I'm the agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like
Do we
this.
both have a, really have a soft spot, wholesome
One more
romance? Cute shit.
And you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
I know, that's in a way how we met. It's about a guy running cafe train station, pretty calm and nice.
For the money, baby. For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Making progress. Measured, steady progress.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
Cause only love can break your heart.
I'm pretty sure bullets can do that as well. Feel the pillow underneath my cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Open my eyes. Okay, so I need to go to...
Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now.
So I need to go and get a map from the bookstore. I need to collect my dice, and then I need to continue.
It's a suspicion.
Because I know that I need to get that map to go on top of the roof of the Whirling Rags to try and triangulate possibly where else the shot may have came from. But I also know that it's very, very likely that Ruby was up there.
An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next?
My god, my inner voices are fighting each other now.
Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly. Out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Sku looked up the manga that says about Google flags will search for explicit results. Ah! I'm not surprised. I'm actually not surprised. Let's get right to it. What needs to be done?
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité.
What exactly is la responsabilité?
The most awesome, terrible thing.
I mean, yeah, but like... So it's got sex in it.
It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations.
One chapter burns fact, otherwise it's harmless.
And portfolios.
I thought I was assigning responsibility for the murder.
Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues. The human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy.
PPs. Alright, give it to me. I'll accept responsibility.
Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply
Dick.
seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee.
And who should sit on this committee?
Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez.
Cries in innocence and purity. Emoto, you have neither of those.
Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Rivershaw. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves.
Oh, so SDF, you don't tell anyone. I'm sorry, who's the one that described my chat as a cream pie? Pretty sure that was you, Emoto. BL sites are glorious. I don't even know what BL stands for. All I can think of is boy love. Fallen, hello and welcome. As my alter ego 11. Nah, it was you, Emoto. What happens once we've assigned responsibility?
Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors.
Hey, it's fine. It's completely fine. It, you know, this is tame for Scoo. This is completely and utterly tame for Scoo. What they're also well known for in some circles is being the furry godmother. Scoo is a lot of people's furry awakening. Let's quick it out. BL. Oh, it is. Woohoo! I got it right. You're in Birmingham. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. Ugh, Birmingham. Ugh. True.
Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee.
As Travelodge Living Dream. Oh.
Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels.
I'm prepared to take on this awesome burden. Accept task!
Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
BL's like sometimes don't differentiate between like the different levels sort of things, like Shonai, Yaoi, Bara, drawn animated, sometimes even live action, so yeah. I have no idea. BML, no, the original Birmingham, the shithole in England. Do your training course then tomorrow? Ah, I see. Why is Thursday down there? Why is Thursday at the bottom? Everybody else, it's been glorious. Glory? Us? Glory holes? Holes. Former committee tomorrow, this is assigned responsibility. Kim might know where to start. Plenty of evil misp. Sticky stuff. Okay, Kim, you're up early. Good morning. Good morning to you too, Kim. Let's go and solve this shit. When I say solve this shit, I mean let's go buy a map and get my dice. Bye-bye car. Again. I wonder what day 4 has in for us. Honestly, guys, I'll log on and my moral universe plunges within moments. Yes. I mean, in fairness, through no fault of your own, you did just walk into a conversation about... Oh! About, you know, gay romance manga. Morals here? Where? Precisely. My chat is very, very degenerate. Very degenerate. Oh god, I can only imagine what happens when I start streaming art on Picasso. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, nothing's actually going to change when I do that. It's just basically going to be people, you know, are going to be themselves, and I'm going to be able to draw dicks while I'm, whilst I'm chatting to you. Excuse me, this is home of degeneracy incarnate. Exactly, and you're all participants. Let me precisely. I make no illusions as to what this place is and what's going on here. Give me my dice!
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die.
Amber die with a mosquito.
Here's your amber die.
Ooh. The tries to make it opens her desk drawer and hands you a die like the colour of dark syrup. Look at it.
There appears to be a small fly embedded within. It's like looking into a lost little world.
Leave. I have my dice. I've got both dice now. Amber die with a mosquito. This unusual 13-sided die is made of amber. A fossilized mosquito has been trapped inside. Legs bent beneath the weight of eternal rest. Note, look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Things I've already done. Oh, I can have another go at the cargo container door. Thank you for the hydration, Rhino Wigton. I honestly imagine one time I'll be on call with you for Loot Stream and end me now. It's fine, Emoto, we can draw dicks together. And boobs. And butts. And all the unrestricted ludities. Lily, hello and welcome. Gop, gop, gop. Chat unrestricted while on voice chat. Yeah, pretty much. Right, okay. Now to go and buy the map. I don't actually need the map because I'm fairly certain I already have the knowledge of the fairly definitive knowledge of where the shooter was. But, you know. I mean, Emoto has been on voice chat with me while I've been doing arts twice before now. Yeah. More details, like I'm leveling Dark Knight's Machinist and Astrojan. Nice! Best of luck! Me just going, no, you'll want to shade on the other side of the vein. Yes, just like that. Keep in mind the shape of the vein and the shaft when you have the droplets. Make sure they follow the curvature. Also remember to add the glisten to it, yes. Do you keep falling asleep while watching? I would take that as a compliment. I'll actually take that as a compliment. I would take that as a compliment. I will not turn around and say, actually, I'm going to say, Lydia likes sleeping with me, apparently. God, that came out bad, and I'm not sorry. Voice, soothing dragon voice. I'm glad. I'm glad that my voice can soothe you. It seems to be soothed quite a few people.
The board has been loose from one corner.
Welcome back, Shin, with E. Continuing on Lydia's complaint.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Map of Martinez. This could work, maybe.
Want to buy the map of Martinez?
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
90 cents. I'm happy with that. Lydia angry, apparently. Not angry. Complaining at a lewd reference I made. Which, in all honesty, well, I was going to say I'm not sure how she didn't see it, but she has just woken up from a nap. Unintentional nap, yes, but still a nap. A worn and torn map of the Martinet area, date from 48. The title on the top reads Bienvenue à Ravachol. It's a bit out of date and was originally created by a design studio in a failed attempt to spruce up Martinet and turn it into a fancy tourist location. Meanwhile, having premonitions about about the horror there'll be a lewd art stream. Depending on the stuff only someone's planning to draw, I'll just milk pen. Milk pen is the answer to everything. I have the milk pen. I don't know where it is because I bought it, but it's apparently not there. Read a porn comic once where one character described the penis as a perfect organism with a structural perfection matched only by its hostility. Well, no, certainly apparently not even auto-modded.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations.
Yes, since I have the milk pen, I do.
Resides on the upper right corner.
I have the unbeatable milk pen that can be used as much as it needs to be used. Trace path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Gislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun,
and here is where it's best to stick your milk pen.
Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the map tab.
Put the map away. I'm still getting tutorial messages on day 4. I have a map. I've got fast travel. I've unlocked fast travel. Holy shit. Map. Finally. In fairness, I was trying to save all my real, thinking I might need to keep buying Knights of the Whirling in Rags. Now I don't need to. Huh. Now Fukin Road. Ooh, you almost said amp. Well, now we know that Lydia likes things electric. Well, she's a protogen, so makes sense. Just like Oblaf can combine flashbacks to so many things, including those pictures that my female sisterly friend took of me, featuring lingerie and condensed milk. I do indeed. I'm sorry, Lydia, do you need me to feed you some RAM after this? And it will be RAM chips, nothing lewd. You know, I've been intending to get that earlier. A little bit earlier, yes. That sounds wrong. That's why I put the clarification on the end of it. Doesn't matter how much clarification I do, it's still gonna be there. Fuck. Because I'm close by, I'm going to go and do the rooftop analysis now. Just to get that cleared and out the way. Thank you, Lydia, for your contribution to Horror Stream Challenge. The horror that is more than just my lewdness. And thank you, Mock, for your contribution to the Horror Stream Challenge. Whipped cream and lingerie, Now the condensed milk, yeah, I can see that, yeah. It gives a proper texture and the proper look. It's definitely very much visually appropriate to the intended purpose. Malk, help me, I saw. What, Zero? What's happened? And are you sure that you want me to help you with all this nudity that's going on right now?
The same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman. A ray of backward motion explodes from the map.
3 people very close to me have never seen Lord of the Rings. Jesus fuck!
Widening into a radius.
How? How have people not seen the most iconic fantasy films? How? Help you, Zero. Do I go for Travelodge Curry or Travelodge Pizza? Not amazing choices, but I don't want to eat in my room. As far as I recall, their pizzas are actually quite nice. Their curry, I don't think I've tried, but their pizzas are quite nice. My heart, my soul, it's not my fault, sir. Lydia, you're one of them, Lydia! This needs to be fixed. Lydia needs to be given the Lord of the Rings treatment.
That sounded so bad. Fucking hell.
What the f... Oh, Jesus. I don't know what the right word for it is, but the best I can think is I love the fact that someone has seen me in interesting depictions. Like our siblings as strong as ever was, and like, yes, that's the basis of sibling immunity. Thankfully, my brain can do that. If I see someone as chosen family, I can just say, and there is no actual lewd thoughts about them whatsoever. So sibling immunity for me is very much an actual thing. Let's pull back the fits at some day. It's okay. Aww. Show them to a couch, force them to watch the whole extended edition in one go. I'm glad that caught on. I lost sound. That was your answer, Malk. I said pizza. As far as I recall, their pizzas are actually quite good. Their curry I've never tried, but their pizzas are quite good. Also, I was nostalgic about it just a while back. We should do a movie night of Lord of the Rings marathon. Yes. Topping pies. There we go. Yes. He hasn't seen Lord of the Rings, nope. Be a topping pies delivery man. Lydia, run. Going to get Isengarded. You're definitely going to be facing 2 towers. Ah! Lydia's inexperienced ring's going to meet with the 2 towers. Wow! Can't make you watch them all in a row. Here's a tip. Don't watch the Hobbit films that much. Don't worry about the Hobbit films, just focus on the main 3 Lord of the Rings ones. So it's the first reaction videos of Lord of the Rings on YouTube as well. Maybe because it's just recently gotten to be 10 years old. Oh. So I believe I just missed out on something interesting while I missed. Lydia has never seen Lord of the Rings and my brain is going lewd directions. Hasn't seen Lord of the Rings, I've only seen clips where I played the Lego games. He has not seen Lord of the Rings. There we go, got Lydia wheezing. Yes, up, we're going into the tunnel! Ah! Taurus penetrators! I understand what's going on because I have monkey brain. People have seen Lord of the Rings. I know what topping pie is now. Oh yeah, for the Hobbit movies, like compared to the original trilogy, yeah, and also the fact that they put in stuff that never even existed, and to bulk out the content, they stretched out quite a lot of it, and also brought things in from small stories. But you know, they left out Tom Bombadil. They brought in stuff from other things and completely left out Tom Bombadil. Like, what the fuck? Also, for those of you who have seen the Hobbit movies, in the second Hobbit movie, I think it is, in the town that's under attack by Smaug, the character, the mayor's assistant, the little slimy dude, that little slimy dude, that is the voice of Mikolash from Bloodborne. That dude, that is the voice actor for Mikolash. Also, Motor, your sub badges have gone. In the Hobbits, I don't know which ones though. Going upstairs to stop pizza. Who's never heard of it? The Hobbit trilogy could have been only 2 movies. The Hobbit trilogy could have been 1 movie. It was 1 book. 1 book that was nowhere near the length of the others. Just gonna go show them I want to know what loose stuff's happening here right now. A lot of it. No desire to. Saw the first Lord of the Rings trilogy and nothing more. No desire to. I'd recommend watching the extended Lord of the Rings trilogy if you haven't seen that. Alfred. Tom Bombadil is difficult to fit in without a lot of explanation. Yeah, it's something that really, really should have been in Lord of the Rings, so it could then be done over all 6 movies. You mean Green Wannabe? Yeah, him. He's also a voice in Final Fantasy XIV. He's the voice of Wedge, I think. Yeah, Wedge. 10, almost 20 years old, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, 2001. Oh, it's 2001. Why did I think it was 2011? That's probably why then. Yeah, it's another decade anniversary for it. 2000, Lord of the Rings, 2003. Green Wannabe. I said, that's my word, I know. The Protogen shall interface with the data and it shall be downloaded direct to port. Stephen Cole versus Lord of the Rings fans, that's all I need to know about Lord of the Rings fans in general. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. I've read the Silmarillion and my good God, I wish I hadn't. They don't even understand what led up to this moment being lewd. This particular one was... I made a comment about Lydia and Lord of the Rings and it just went lewd because I just lost it. I think Matt says about me is lewd tonight. What do you mean tonight? It happens quite often, Lydia. Refresh twice. Weird. American Community News reporter. He's the give it to me gif. Yeah. The one who goes, give it to me now. That guy, that's Stephen Colbert. He's a massive Lord of the Rings nerd as well, and he knows his shit. There's Lord of the Rings standing in his basement. That I didn't know. Somehow I've also read the Silmarillion Unfinished Tales. Listening to Silmarillion on tape first made it actually enjoyable, both then and later. I just read the book. Honestly, the first third of that book I didn't like. As soon as Morgoth was introduced, Silmarillion got good after Morgoth was introduced. Holy fuck did it get good then. Thank you for the hydration, man, DJ. Add the map. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B Prime.
Why? Because all the suffering that reads as a historical text more than an actual book. It reads like a creation book. It reads like a Bible. The first third of the Silmarillion reads like a Bible. Because it is. The Silmarillion was mostly Tolkien's notes about the world building that he did. Not really intended to actually be released as something to be read. It was his son. It was mostly his notes for himself so he could keep everything straight and in line, because there's a shitload of world building in Middle-earth. So you couldn't read the books, had the last two in German, but like back then, pre-moved to other departments, didn't have the brain to read it, ended up for a mood. I don't know what the Moon's books now. I've never actually read the books of Lord of the Rings. I read The Hobbit as a bedtime story. I've read the comic of The Hobbit as well. I've since read the actual book of The Hobbit as well. I've never read the fullness of the books. I think I got to chapter 11 in the first book. I was like, aha, end me. It's the rest of the books, yeah, and it reads like one. It's pronounced Hilot. Different accent. It's very much French pronunciations here. This is very disco fuel. More precisely. I mean, disco does contain 3 letters that are also found in dick. 4 letters all found in dicks. So, you know.
B prime for boardwalk. B double prime.
And also 3 letters are found in dock. And, you know, docking.
For the islet detected. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in.
Best parts still in for me were Baron and Luthien, Erendil and Fingolfin going against Morgoth in 1-on-1 combat. Yeah. Glad you can find them back. Baby got back. What the fuck? What the fuck is my brain today? Apparently when I'm sleep deprived, my lewdness goes through the roof. Disco stick. Talking of Joe, just bought the English translation of Faust Parts 1 and 2 today. Oh, nice! Also, stick with Fellowship until you get into and through Bree. That should get you into the decent storytelling style, past Tolkien finding his voice. So, what someone told me, I've mentioned this before, the best way to read Lord of the Rings, to get through it and not be, steeped in all the description, is read the first sentence or two of every paragraph and skip the rest, and you'll still get the storyline. You had to read Faust in German class, and I don't remember shit. I've never read it. Have a look at point B, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Always skip the poetry. Yeah, when I got the elves singing, it's like, oh god. And then in the Silmarillion, the elves sang to do things like, oh god. This reinforces my dislike of Lord of the Rings elves. You're a curious proto. Well, I have no idea how I'm going to explain the front cover of part 2. Is it dicks? Is it dicks, Lydia? Or is it boobs? Or is it front bottoms? It is boobs. Something something Faust, something something Mephisto, whatever his name is, something something Gretchen, blah. Have a look at point B, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. The least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it. Possibly from a tent. No. Too far-fetched.
Have a look at point B, the islet.
1 kilometer away. An unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be.
On the DVP, how the Divine Glory is celebrated Booba. No, I think she was asleep during the time when you posted up the glow stick Booba.
The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
I was like, yeah, she drew it. Just like she's also drawn a penis with a bikini on it, just because, So 10 can be very suggestive when it comes to, questionable art. Especially if the suggestion comes from me. Like that one time I was doing Ghost of Tsushima and I screwed up petting fox as potted... petted fox as potted fex. She drew a potted fex. And it's a glorious thing. I know, right? Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well,
I approve.
We should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nest if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
You sleep there, no problem at all, Mock. Thanks for coming as long as you do. I'll see you later. Love the use of nipples as noses.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Yeah, I agree. Though, there is the possibility it could have been a long-range shot, and Ruby... There is a possibility, actually, there is a very slim possibility that Ruby is innocent. But at the same time, there's evidence to say that, she's not. There's a lot of evidence to say that she's not. There is a possibility that... There's a possibility that she was intending to do it, but someone else fired the shot and beat her to it, and she was, on the precipice of doing so, heard what happened, And she'd already got the plan up, already up there, and then, thump. Because I brought it up. Is that the dick? That is the dick with the bikini, yes. I can't even remember what conversation prompted that one. I really can't. But, at least we've got to those occasions. Seem worse than that. Oh, yeah. But, for 10, that's a quick sketch. That is a quick sketch. Lydia has been shown a dick and she approves. I mean, it's a nice looking one. You're not wrong, it really is a nice looking one. It really, really is. Oh god, someday I hope to be able to draw dicks with that level of accuracy and detail, and looking at just all the conversation we had while I drew the dick. Oh. That looked like it broke Woodgren. Tell me where the shot came from. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces, check the island for bullet traces, check Land's End for bullet traces. Fail, give me a sec. I just forgotten that I'd given Lydia mod powers. Even though I know her as my mod, I forget that she has and uses mod powers. Let's clean that up. Lydia sees a nice dick and approves of it. Here, let's clean that up. I don't need to say anything more about that. I started editing the other day by pausing redemption. Oh, nice. Back, please. Am I making it difficult to breathe? Oh, God! Not like that! Not like that! Good God, no! Oh, Smith, I'm not sure it's making everything. Do I have to grab a shower and take a brown and cut? Now Lydia wants to bonk me. Oh God! It's not getting better. It's really not. Get to the conversation now. Oh my God! I'm sorry. Someone's in the corner of you and hold on to something. The wind is so strong.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette packet, 2 empty bottles.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine.
I've got high-pitched kettle wheeze. And more bonking. Lydia's resort to be called out on her bonking is to bonk even more. There's the epitome of that. I'm gonna do it again. You haven't been on the same continent as this entire conversation. What is this stream? This is me on very little sleep, apparently. Very little sleep and just, just the tiniest little bit of nudges towards something and my brain just goes, whee! Can I go and check that storm drain thing? No, I can't. Well, there's no journal entry change or anything, but I have checked the boardwalk and there's nothing there. Let's check Land's End. I don't think there's anything Land's End either. The boardwalk was the strongest option. I don't think it's... yeah. There's a slight chance, but I honestly don't think it's actually going to be one. Oh.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there, in the whirling in rags.
The water still anyways.
Clear. 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air. You see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender. Smoking, drinking, being happy and elated. Without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you?
Let's see if this
Doing
works.
your
Let's look at how's done.
work.
Ah! Cock chariot! Ah! No, that's one way to ride to work. Lydia's seen that before, but what Lydia hadn't seen before is the dragging car gif. Maybe Saint climbed the comms tower, took the shot there.
It's not possible to climb that ladder, and even if it were, why? There's no platform right there to aim from.
Maybe campfire was used by a perpetrator?
Warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fire this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Beatable Prime, was it?
Finished thought, yeah. Serene Tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. That's nightmare fuel. If I ever ran an adult-themed role-playing game, I might be tempted to use something like that. But I don't think I'd have the confidence to do that. I really don't. Okay, so Land's End gave me that, but the boardwalk didn't give me anything like that at all. Which means I was probably in the wrong place on the boardwalk. Check the island. I've never been to the island, actually. That's a video game boss of recurring one. Oh, God. From a game called Megami Tensei, I think, by the looks of that on the in the URL. Unless the boardwalk is going to mean, you know, outside the R&D department thing. You know, this bit around here. Part of the same series from or maybe the same fellas. Oh, God. I mean, you know what also is made by them and is a bit of a what the fuck thing? Trauma Center. If you've ever seen Trauma Center, what the fuck is that game? Scoo streamed that once, and Jesus fuck. Wow, I think they streamed it 2 or 3 times, and it's just, whoa, Jesus Christ. Such a weird game. Wasn't it? It's amazing. It's like they jammed a generic anime plot and made it about surgeons. It's like, how? You even have an antagonist? Best game ever made. You also did Terran Odyssey though, and that's one of my favourite dungeon crawlers. Never played that. There we are. It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Thanks! Oh, conversation. As long as they can be tips, I'm going to try and... Yeah. Yeah. Here is like Nintendo hard. And we all know how much you love hard things. That God damn it! For the first time, stepped onto the first floor. My party was one shot. Oh fuck! Now remember, Biggie Smeagol. Where's my whiskey? Of course, yeah, the boardwalk where I have the mental image of the people being lined up and shot. I just hate that. So I say as I'm shading the glands is something I've actually said. I love it. I love it. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside?
There's no way the perk isn't here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try it again, though?
This time, the opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
I got 5 XP for having some spirit.
Dangerous too.
Die as I try to shade the most of a dead proto. Very fitting considering this conversation with you. Oh my god. Oh. Game is sassy, it is. Proto just rolled over and it happened. Oh god. Kim, do you think she's in there?
Suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Oh god. Then we'll zoo here then. Why? I still can't find. Am I in the wrong place? Can't tell. Really can't tell. I've checked both things that I think are the boardwalk, and neither of them are coming up with anything like what I had on the Land's End bit. I don't fucking know then. And I don't have a way to get to the island yet, so I don't fucking know that either. That is incredibly fitting. I like it. I really like it, Lydia. Check now that you have it. Yeah, it just says, you know. Oh, I see. Well, that's kind of good because, you know, it shows where everything is. But it doesn't say anything about, you know. What's this stuff about being able to fast travel then? Excuse me. The mural is your hint. Oh, I know. I'm also I'm saving that bit because I know that because I got this thing, you know, checking the boardwalk and checking the island. I know the mural is the thing that I got because I need Kim back here to bounce ideas off of him. I have no idea what it is. Okay, Google the boss in Persona 5, but the first game I was in was Shin Megami Tensei. Thought so. Don't know where that boardwalk thing is. Unless when it says, you know, the bullets coming from the boardwalk, they're meaning here. I've got no way of getting to the islanders at this point, so let's go and look at this mural. Now that I've got Kim with me.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Fell electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Listen to the wind! Did you check from PS5? Yes. Yes, we got into a very lewd discussion and the picture of the dick chariots was shared.
Suddenly,
Ah,
all is
piss! There's my first failure. I knew it was going to be going.
against your forehead. No rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner. You only hear
A picture on your phone of it.
washing.
Why am I not surprised, Scoo? Why am I not surprised? What was I even attempting to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning with your hands fallen to your side.
I got shivers and put my shiver clothes on.
Is trying to talk to the
called
city
Mara.
something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire?
I haven't got any shivers clothing.
When you're out of ideas, a prayer of sorts to Rivershaw.
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. If I were a murder suspect, I would not hide in the most prominent building here, but who knows? Maybe she's reckless.
Let's do proper art now. Glad the party boobs have inspired you, Emoto.
Or spiritual. She could be looking for refuge.
I should sleep soon, but the things are... You should sleep them.
Anyway, we do.
Don't be like me. Hey, leveled up again.
Go over the whole peninsula. Ask the locals. Enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
Need to get you going before you can find Ruby. Then I can't find Ruby. That fails, we don't find her.
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can.
Need you gone before you can take the boat.
Some drainage.
Then I can't do the boat then either. Fuck's sake, this game.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
You got seen just yet for Evra? No, I'm not dealing with Evra. I refuse to deal with him. I hate him. 1 point is shivers to unlock it. Now let's see if I've got any clothing that's ups shivers. Facing. Well, there's shivers. There's shivers. There's shivers. Oh, but it gets rid of my necktie. It's fine. The only reason I should sleep as soon as I get my booster shot tomorrow is 11 something in the morning, so like I shouldn't stay up late, no sleep, but like nobody gives a fuck if I'm sleeping while I'm getting stabbed in the arm. You might want to be awake for that, Emoto, because it will then knock you out afterwards. It's kinda how you move forward for some stuff, like unfortunately illusion of choice in that one, I'm pretty sure you have to. Honestly, Scoo, I did read, back in the earlier times when I was stuck, I was wondering, do I have to deal with him? Because I really didn't want to. I've read stuff online, and I say you do not have to deal with him. There's a fair few things that are locked behind him, and one of the things is your gun, but you don't have to deal with them. So I choose not to. Let's try this again.
Bright mural towers above you, saying, "Felled electrical, R&D." Suddenly, there's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure.
I still wouldn't recommend it, Emoto. I would recommend sleep. Don't do what I've done last night.
She rats the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where's it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs. And then the beach below the boardwalk. Its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
While researching, uncovered everyone's plot lines as well. I gave the info wanted. That's fair. I think I know I've missed stuff.
She's down there.
I think she's down there below this building.
Okay. Why?
Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells.
Good, good. Yes, cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
I'll push myself past midnight. Okay, that way I can get 10 hours of sleep with 1 hour prep time. Good. Listen to Pink Floyd while watching it's fitting. Oh yeah, it is. Call it a gut feeling.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
That's 11 next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it, enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
But there's also that. Right, by the way, Fishy just I got my before my save time I crept, I gave up on the game. So oh wow, it's taken a while. The great gig in the side just started.
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path?
Which is also fitting considering, your protogen space themed. Mal, what? I wasn't thinking something lewd that time. I actually wasn't. My brain was attempting to lewd it. But it's like, no, can't think of anything. Can't think of anything to hook onto. Go for space. Space.
A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Well, I'm going to go do a lot of push-ups. I'll be back. Son needs to just twerk out of rage. My fucking shower curtains just keep trying to fuse to my skin. Yeah, they do. That's weird, the material they're made out of. Also, had a weird thing doing that. When I get myself a proper microphone, not just this, I'm going to make a new points redeem. Make me go ASMR mode. Softly, softly spoken milk. Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe.
These words confuse the Crimson One. Which ones?
The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
What's in there?
Ordinary drainage pipe. Darkness.
Okay, what else?
As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Some
so hey, Shalco, I'm glad we have the following ones in my home.
Skulls on the right side.
Shower curtains fusing with skin, never heard that one. Shower curtains, when they're wet, they stick to you. Stick to pretty much anything. And
nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Can we enter the fell bone through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely. and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
So push aside the reason looks around.
Which means the pipe must be coming from somewhere in the building.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
Trust the doors are right, obscured by the reeds. Try to pull the door apart. Leave. I want to see if I can up my physical instrument a bit first with clothing. Nah. Work it. Nope. Put that back on. I haven't got anything that's reducing. No, I don't. But I will put my other commander jacket on. It's about to rip apart the ones we have, but then same because my one paid for a move won't be at all. Yeah. Imagine if I succeed on that 3%. Alright.
Behind the pipe.
Now it's an 8%.
Maintenance door. Rusted shut. You and the lieutenant lean all your weight into pushing the doors apart, but you're not quite synchronizing your efforts. They slam shut again before you can enter.
That was never gonna.
Let's take a breather and try this again later. It's very tough.
Leave. If I sit slow, it's big ouchies.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right.
Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Well, I had to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
Oh my god! I'm putting on some points for savoir-faire! And I know that my old shoes were minus to savoir-faire. That's -1. That's minus. Do I have anything that is reducing savoir-faire equipped? Nope.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. All you need to do is close your eyes and darkness in front.
I fucking did it!
You can feel the distance between
I fucking did it!
rung of the ladder. All you need to is
do it!
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear. The atoms fading out of existence.
Congrats.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I fucking teleported! I love this game sometimes. First one managed the other one. Oh wow! I did it, Kim! I teleported!
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
Don't piss on my fire, Kim!
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Why is he whispering as clearly? I'm not going to be able to hear that! Holy shit, I did it. Let me get my glasses back on. There. Central Sport Beams was destroyed by artillery fire. It do a heckin' big pew pew. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Out. Postcard, March 1998. A faded picture postcard from the end of the last century shows Martinez as it was before the revolution. It's the height of summer. Rue de Saint-Ghislain is teeming with parasol-wielding bourgeoisie and wild pies flags buttress the walkway. Nothing is written on the back. You know, think about it, it makes sense that Dewey has a hard time swinging around the heavy weapon down Darkness. She isn't strong as it becomes muscle. Most of the muscles in the thighs. Thick thighs save lives. Just always remember that. Ooh. 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 Thick thighs make jump good. You should take out your flashlight. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Integrated office furniture. Last century, maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. Oh, there's Kim. It does make some of the skirt wearing painful. Also, that's true.
Form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk.
Who's there? Push the doors open.
It's much easier from this side. The panels on the rails slide once you dust the sand off. With the help of your partner, from the other side, the doors open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that.
You ready?
Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Well, I think that is a prime time to end the stream! Yes, I am doing this. Yes, I am cliffhanging everything. Major big cliffhang. Big booty and sundress to make my body go. Wow. Scooter little rage. Scooter Langy. Oh, no, so you've got your founder badge back somehow. Twitch. I said so after all, I'm so tired. Brain is lewd. Brain is real lewd, but I'm awake. For now. I don't have a stream going on tonight, so... Fine. Twitch systems went down for a moment. Weird. Utterly weird. Well. Oh, that's where I'm going to be ending things for today. Thank you all very much for coming along and for all your support. It's all greatly appreciated. It's... wow. We made progress. Got a bit hung up on some certain things, like with the drug makers in the tent, the crab guy in the church, and the vast amounts of lewdness. The vast amounts. But it's all good. It's all been, part of the experience of my streams and part of getting further into this game. So we're now on day 4, and yeah, things are really starting to come together. Made lucky rolls as well. Yeah, I only failed 1 roll. I actually only failed 1 check in all that. No, 2. Was it just 2? Was it 1? I know I definitely failed 1 when I tried to open that door. I think I failed another check as well somewhere along the line. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I failed. Yeah, I failed the shivers first time and then did a re-roll on it. Yeah, that would be why. Yeah. So yeah, I failed 2. But still, that's probably that's probably one of my better ones. Not quite as progress-filled as last week's one. Last week's one still remains the best. Which was one, yeah. Thank you, Woodgun. Yeah. So next stream for me is going to be on Saturday at 4 PM GMT, where it's going to be the Saturday special. Going back to more Sekiro, possibly finishing it, and oh, holy shit! This Saturday actually might be the very last Sekiro stream. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to the final bosses for this playthrough and also beat both of them in one stream. I kind of don't think that's going to happen. I don't think. We'll see. We'll see, but I don't have much hope for it because these are bosses that I've never dealt with before. I don't know what they do, what they are capable of, or anything beyond their names. And I've seen one of them do one move in a music video. Haven't even seen the build up to the move though. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And following that, there's going to be more EDF Iron Rain with Mal, Tyr and Pokey on hardest difficulty. Hardest. Iron. Kippy, you're too pure for this. Fuck off. Yeet! So yeah, until then, thank you all again for coming along, for your support, and I hope you have a good couple of days while I'm going to be on my little weekend. Good night, have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, whatever time is for you. Until next time though, stay safe, see you later, bye!